All right, let's just jump right in. We are going to break down the latest earnings from Circle. And this is a company that's not just, playing around in the new world of digital finance. They are literally building its foundations. And their latest numbers, wow, they tell a really fascinating story about where the future of money is headed.
And this quote, this really gets to the heart of it all. For decades, you had finance over here and the internet over there, and they barely talked to each other. Well, now they are colliding at full speed. This isn't just some tech trend, it's a fundamental shift, creating a once in a generation chance to build a totally new economic infrastructure. And that is exactly the problem Circle is trying to solve. So, how do you actually make money work on the internet? Well, a huge piece of that puzzle is something called a stablecoin. If you think of Bitcoin as kind of like digital gold, a stablecoin is more like a digital dollar. It's built to hold a stable value, which makes it absolutely perfect for things like payments and trading and savings in this new digital world. So, what is Circle's big grand vision here? Well, they don't just want to build another app. No, they see themselves as building the fundamental software layer for this new economy, what they call an economic operating system that's going to power who knows how many new financial services online. Okay, so is this whole vision just a pipe dream, or is it actually becoming a reality? Well, the answer, as they say, is in the numbers. Let's take a look at Circle's absolutely explosive growth in just the third quarter. First up, revenue, a staggering $740 million. But honestly, the really impressive part, that's a 66% jump from the exact same time last year. This is not just slow and steady growth. This is a business that has some serious momentum behind it. But revenue, that's only part of the story. The adoption of their main product, the stablecoin USDC, is just incredible. We're now at nearly 74 billion of these digital dollars in circulation. That's more than double from a year ago, a 108% increase. This isn't just growth, you could call it hyper adoption. And here it is. This is the number that really shows you the insane scale of activity. $9.6 trillion in transactions using USDC on public blockchains, the transparent open ledgers of the internet. And that's just this quarter. That is almost a seven-fold increase year over year. People aren't just holding USDC, they are using it at an incredible scale. So, okay, these numbers are huge, but they don't just exist in a vacuum, right? Let's take a closer look at the engine that's driving all this growth, USDC, and its really powerful position in the market. So let's put this in context. While Tether's USDT is still the biggest player, Circle's USDC is the clear dominant number two. I mean, it's dwarfing all the other competitors combined. A huge part of its appeal is its reputation for being transparent and fully backed by reserves, which makes it a trusted choice for a lot of people. In a market this big, carving out that role is a really powerful position to be in. And this tells such a cool two-part story. Over on the left, you can see the total supply of stablecoins is growing steadily. So more digital dollars are being created. But now, look at the chart on the right. The transaction volume, how much money is actually moving around, is growing even faster. What this tells us is that the entire ecosystem isn't just getting bigger, it's getting way more active. And listen, this isn't just about crypto trading. This is where it gets real. We're talking about giants like Visa piloting USDC for cross-border payments. Major banks like Itaú in Brazil are bringing digital dollars to their customers. You've got key infrastructure players like Kraken and Fireblocks integrating Circle services for their own clients. This is mainstream adoption happening right now in front of our eyes. Okay, so USDC is obviously a huge success. But Circle isn't just stopping there, not at all. This success is just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. So let's look at how they're building towards that grander vision of an economic operating system. So their next major project is called the ARC network. Now, if USDC is the digital dollar, then you can think of ARC as like the financial version of an app store. It's a set of rules and protocols that lets anyone, anywhere, build new financial applications using those digital dollars. And they have a really clear roadmap for this. Step 1, a public testnet, is already live with over 100 partners helping them kick the tires. Next up, they're exploring the idea of a native token, which could be used to power and govern the whole network. And finally, they're targeting a full public launch, what's called a mainnet, in 2026. This is their long-term play. Now, it is really easy to get carried away with all the excitement, but it's also absolutely crucial to take a balanced, clear-eyed look at the road ahead.
Because, building the future of finance is not going to be easy. It's not without its challenges. And the risks here are very real. Competition is fierce. There are a lot of other players who want a piece of this pie. The regulatory environment, it's still a huge question mark, and that creates a ton of uncertainty. There's always the risk of a digital bank run, where a loss of confidence could cause a stampede of people trying to cash out their stablecoins all at once. And of course, the technology itself could just fail or face some unexpected problems.
So the big takeaway here is that Circle is assembling the building blocks for something that could be absolutely massive. But just like any ambitious construction project, there are significant obstacles and potential setbacks along the way. The ambition is huge, for sure, but so are the challenges. Which really leaves us with this final critical question. We've seen the incredible growth, we've seen the ambitious plans, but will a digital dollar, like the one Circle is championing, truly become the native, standard currency for the internet? The answer to that question is going to shape the future of our entire global economy.